Hey everybody, welcome back here to the fourth match with Esper Glory. Looks like we lost the die roll this time, so we will probably be on the draw. Let's take a look at this hand. It's tough because this hand doesn't actually do much, does it? I mean, it kind of hinges on resolving a Painful Truth, and it kind of just has 3 Ambush Vipers, so I hate these kind of hands where you just get a bunch of Snapcaster Mages without interaction. I think I'm actually going to mulligan this hand. And this hand is much better. We'll keep a Serum Visions on top. Yeah, why not? Alright, so Windswept Heath could be a bunch of things. I think I'll actually start out with Darkslick Shores. Try to get a Spell Snare. And then I can either Thoughtseize Serum Visions next turn, or I can just go ahead and jam Glorybound Initiate. Because I suspect this is some sort of company deck, and they have a lot of 2-drops. However, Breeding Pool is interesting. This could be something entirely different. Could just be Bant Knightfall as well. And they have a fair amount of 2-drops as well, so. But it's very possible that I should have Thoughtseize there, but yeah, I'm more afraid of like them having 2 Voice of Resurgences, you know. So this is where I'm gonna Thoughtseize, and I'll see what they're working with here. Birds, Queller, Tireless Tracker. So they're gonna have Queller up next turn. And I won't. Maybe I should have Serum Vision first, but then we can't. Yeah, that's tough because I don't know what I want to take because I don't know what's on top of my deck. But this is a pretty good hand from our opponent. I mean, Spell Quellers are just gonna make the game very difficult, but a Tireless Tracker that's gone out of control will also make the game very difficult. So I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and take the Tireless Tracker, and then get a Hallowed Fountain here. And we're going to look for some removal spells, like a Path to Exile. Yep. So this looks like it's some sort of, it's probably Bant Knightfall, Bant Company. They're usually one of the same. Wow, they're just playing out the bird. Does that mean they drew a 2-drop? Or maybe they drew Company? Now, if they drew Collected Company, then I really want to kill the birds and overload the, oh man. That's spicy. If I overload, right? Because why else would they play birds instead of a Spell Queller? That seems loose. The question is, what do we discard? Because Painful Truth is going to be great in getting some card advantage. But I also need my 3rd land, and I also need Path to Exile, so I kind of want to discard Glorybound Initiate, but it is the pressure we need to actually close out this game, but I think it's actually the card we're going to discard. They reveal. We'll discard Glorybound Initiate. Wow. Oh, so they drew Path. Interesting. I wonder if I misplayed there. Alright, it's just 2 Spell Quellers. Okay. I didn't think about Path to Exile. Alright, looks like they just drew a land. And here we can kind of get our opponent. Right, they're gonna go ahead and yep. And then we'll just go ahead and Path to Exile it right now. So this is a grindy affair, but it's kind of where we want to be. I mean, they have more lands than us, but we do have Painful Truths in hand, and it's going to be basically a 1-for-1 game from then on. We just gonna have to avoid things like Collected Company would really mess with us. Yep, I would like to cast Thoughtseize, get your last Spell Queller, and then see what our opponent can produce here. Knight of the Reliquary, very strong card here for sure. Alright, so drawing a fetch land here would be great. Let's go ahead and cast Painful Truths for the full amount. We did not draw a fetch land, unfortunately, but we did get a Snapcaster Mage. So we'll be able to go Snap Path. So here we want to avoid them drawing Retreat to Korhelm, because then they go off. But there's nothing we could have done there. And I think playing the Watergrave tapped is important to preserve our life total, because we're going to be getting smacked here for at least 4. And if we had shock, we'd be down to 4 life. Alright, looks like our opponent just goes ahead and passes. I'm going to go ahead and go... Actually, there's an argument to go Snap right now so they don't get a Knight of the Reliquary trigger. And I don't think we're beating Collected Company necessarily anyways. So maybe we can just avoid them getting their Knight trigger. Yeah, I think we just want to avoid a Knight trigger. And that's worth it over them getting the extra land. And here we get to keep up Fatal Push still, and maybe next turn resolve a Glory-Bound Initiate. And they had the Collected Company. So yeah, like I said, not much we could do about that. So the 2 cards are basically, I mean, they drew some of the 2 of their best cards back to back. So hopefully they don't see a Spell Queller. I mean, we already dealt with, what, 3 of them? Jeez. Alright, we dealt with 2 of them. Oh man, Eternal Witness is insane. Oh, jeez. Yep. So this is where the game kind of gets out of control. Yeah, they're gonna go get another. Okay, so they're out of basics. I think we just want to get rid of Kasali Pride Mage right now. And just let our opponent do their thing. We may have made a mistake early on, and that's the Collective Brutality decision. I still think it was correct, because it's very odd for our opponent to just play birds and play a path. I mean, right? They drew a Selfless Spirit, also very good here. I think if my opponent presents the trade, I'm going to make it. But we kind of just hope our opponent whiffs here. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, this is pretty frustrating. I mean, they got some of their best draws off the top. So there's not much we could do there. And of course, Ewit is going to just get back Collected Company again. And the cycle continues. So I think we can't afford to play Painful Truths. We're going to have to try to resolve a Glory-Bound Initiate. The issue with blocking is that it will clear our board entirely. So let's I can't cast Painful Truths for more than one here. It will kill me because 2 flyers in the air, I can't block those no matter what I do. So unless I'm hoping to draw path, I mean, and then what? And then they have another Collected Company. And if I play Glorybound Initiate, I can go block, but then they sack Selfless Spirit. I only take 2, but then they still have a major board plus Collected Company plus 1 more card. I could do both, right? I could see what I draw. So Plains, Island. Oh, no. Because then I'm dead, right? Then I'm dead. And I could just leave up Shambling Vent? And then I'm not dead? Honestly, keeping up Shambling Vent might just be the right play here. Because playing my Glorybound here is like trading it for the Selfless Spirit. However, I'm dead in... Yeah, I don't know. I'm basically dead if I don't. Like if they just attack. Like hitting that another Ewit was so crucial there. Because, yeah, now they're just going to attack with their flyers. And I'm most definitely dead. Alright, too little, too late. Alright. That was rough. I think we played really well there. But not much you can do about Collected Company. Okay, Counter Squall could be interesting, countering Collected Companies. Devour Flesh seems pretty poor against a Birds of Paradise type deck. Mana Leak is one of the few ways we can answer Collected Company. Lingering Souls is a pretty good card in the grind. Batterskull takes over games. So what gets cut? We could go full control and cut a few copies of Glorybound. I also like Collective Brutality because it's also a way to interact with Collected Company, and it can kill some creatures here and there. Yeah, I think replacing 2 Glorybounds with 2 Counter Squalls might be nice. There's an argument for like 1 or 2 Spell Bombs to shut down Eternal Witness. Like if we put that in there, what else are we cutting? Maybe 1 Brutality. No, that seems loose. Maybe just 1 Spell Bomb for 1 Brutality. I like that. It's just the 1 card you wouldn't mind seeing late in the game. Alright, we're going to keep this hand. We've got the turn 2 Brutality on like birds plus a reveal. So I'll keep that. We're not going to run away with this game, but we have the tools to win, I think. So let's just go ahead and play a fast land. See what our opponent is able to Horizon Canopy. Sure. Here, oh, that's a great target actually for cast with 2 modes, reveal target creature. We'll discard souls. And looks like it's just a handful of value creatures. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Interesting to note, Mind Sensor is in here. All right, let's think about. Okay, Path to Exile is great considering they have Spell Queller. I think this turn I'm gonna go ahead and just get ahead of that Aven Mind Sensor and get a... They played that Flutter Strand. Get a Swamp, Island, Plain, Swamp, Painful Truths. Draw a bunch of cards. Make sure that doesn't get spell quellered. And now we're in an okay position. Especially because we can play a Tassiger next turn. Possibly even with Mana Leak up. That would be really nice. It would mean we exile Souls, though. They didn't play their blue source, though. Maybe they're thinking of just playing Aven Mind Sensor here. And I don't mind Aven Mind Sensor all that much. So if we keep Mana Leak up, we don't keep up. We exile Souls. And honestly, I think that's okay. I think we want to start establishing a clock here. If that lets us Mana Leak Tireless Tracker next turn. And then we can Snap Leak an Eternal Witness. Yeah. I'm not worried about Mind Sensor. Yeah, but I don't like that at all. I don't want them getting value. Alright, so they drew a Windswept Heath. It's good to know. Yep, they're attacking because they're not blocking. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Like I said, we're attacking, not blocking. I'm going to go ahead and shock here. Just so I can have Snap Leak plus Spell Snare or Fatal Push. And Snap Leak should also help speed up the clock. However, if our opponent does nothing, we win this race, so... Selfless Spirit, yeah, we'll go ahead and snare that. So now we're in an interesting position because if we go Path to Exile, then we can't actually Mana Leak the Eternal Witness because they'll have enough lands. So I think the smarter play here is just go Snap Leak, targeting the Spell Queller. Alright, so our opponent concedes to that. They have had enough. Of course, being on the play helped there a lot. But I think our setup is pretty good here. Maybe Counter Squall is too narrow. Maybe Collective Brutality is just a better answer to Collected Company. I'm not sure, especially dealing with creatures early on and having, you know, this can kill a Tireless Tracker. So at least in the beginning. So I think maybe be a bit less reactive could help us. I actually think this is a keep. I know it's a little risky considering we don't have any black mana. But we can either do turn 2 Leak or turn 2 Initiate, depending on what our opponent does. And there's Darkslick Shores. So I still think Colonnade is the correct play here. Sure. Let's see, our opponent's going to go ahead and play a 2-drop here. And if they play something like Voice of Resurgence, okay, that also works. Alright, so we have to think, do we want to get in our Glorybound Initiate under any sort of... I think we're just going to go ahead and pass. Our opponent plays mostly at sorcery speed. They've got Queller, they've got Collected Company, but We just want to go ahead and be the control deck here, I think. Interesting that they're not fetching up a white source. Kind of indicates to me that they probably have, yeah, another land in hand. Alright, so feels kind of obvious that they have Collected Company. So here I'm just going to start the fight. And see what they're really working with here. So hopefully they don't have, double. Alright, this I have to. Well, I don't have to mana leak, but I'm going to mana leak it. And hopefully they're not sitting on like double Collected Company or EWIT plus Collected Company. Alright, yeah, I think they just want to F6 here. Staticaster. Ooh, I mean, that does kill Click, but I definitely don't care too much about it. So, it also kills Glorybound Initiate, actually. Wow. I still think we take the tracker here. And then we go ahead and F6. Ah, man, they drew another one. Ah, that sucks. That's going to be really good right now. Especially because they still have Staticaster. So here we could just start digging for answers. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I misclicked. Right? Yeah, I misclicked. I missed out on one card there. But, yeah, now Collective Brutality just doesn't kill Tireless Tracker. And things are going to get out of control if I don't draw, like, a Path to Exile soon. Oh my gosh. I think Windswept Heath is one of their best draws here. This is rough. What are the chances? Come on. Like, they top deck Collected Company. They top deck Tireless Tracker. It's just very frustrating, It's... Because it's not like we played any of this incorrectly. In my opinion. And yeah, a bunch of spell snares aren't going to do it. It's going to be it's going to do 8 damage. I think we could Collective Brutality, kill a Noble Hierarch and gain 2 life, and then play a Spell Bomb. And that just leaves us alive for a bit longer. Should we do the Spell Bomb play first? I mean, we don't know what's in their hand. That's the issue. Yeah, yeah, I'll go ahead and play Spell Bomb first. Yeah, we didn't draw the path. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating to me. We'll go ahead and discard one of our spell snares here. I think that's going to be pretty dead. And they'll crack a clue. And one fetch land, and I think we're dead. Or, we're not dead, but... Oh, man. But that's the thing with discard, it doesn't always... and that's a fetch. God damn. I'm going full tilt mode here. See what our opponent wants to do. I mean, like a single Path to Exile, and we're not, like, back in this game, but we're just not dead. think we have to Serum Visions here. We'll go ahead and go bottom. Wow, Lingering Souls, like, I think we have to block with Shambling Bant, right? Should we have taken the Is It Staticaster this whole time? Jeez, I didn't quite realize how fragile our deck was to Staticaster. Interesting that they didn't crack a clue at end of... Oh my gosh. I mean, one Path to Exile and we're dead, so... We'll rev up the Vent. See if we get to block here. We do get to block. That's one more turn. I'm sorry that you guys have to see me struggle for one more turn here. Honestly, this single Tireless Tracker just won them the whole game. And it's very frustrating because we didn't see an answer. And yep. I mean, we're gonna play out the what are we playing out? I guess we'll play out the Glory Initiate, but because Lingering Souls, that's maybe they'll just forget that. Yeah, maybe there was a turn where we could have gone click. Plus, yeah, alright, they got it. They got us. That was unfortunate. I really think we could have won that game, but they definitely got the better draws there. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the 5th and final round with Esper Glory. See you soon.